So I wanted to make this quick video because I wanted to help out some new light people or anyone that's just getting into the game or still hasn't gotten these weapons yet. But right now is the best time to farm for Mountaintop and the new ritual weapon, Randy's throwing knife. If you want the Undying title or just like these guns, this will be the best way to farm them. So I promise this video title is not clickbait. This is actually very easy. I am not a very good PvP player, and I was able to get Mountaintop in less than a day of farming and Randy's throwing knife in just a few hours. So from the time of making this video until November 19th, when the Festival of the Lost ends, there's going to be a playlist in the Crucible called Momentum Control. And in this playlist, all your weapons do increased damage. Now, this playlist is going to be your bread and butter for completing these quests very fast. But before we actually get into tips and general discussion of how to get and complete these quests very fast, let's actually talk about the quest steps themselves. Before anything else, you're going to need a certain glory rank, and now this video isn't really going to go over that because that's a whole different deal in itself, but it's actually not even the hardest part of these quests. Just load up into solo queue competitive, and if you keep at it, you'll get there eventually. So we're going to look at the Mountaintop first because in my opinion this is a much harder weapon to get and requires much more of a grind. There's going to be 3 steps to this quest. The first one is going to be just defeating enemies with a grenade launcher. Secondly, you're going to have to get double or triple kills with a grenade launcher. And lastly, you're going to need calculated trajectory medals, which are actually just 3 grenade launcher kills in 1 life. So this is where I had a problem, is I had all these kills to get with grenade launchers and only so many power and heavy drops per game. And weapons like Fighting Lion and secondary grenade launchers and primary grenade launchers didn't do enough damage to fully one-shot an enemy just in a normal mode. Now you might see where I'm going with this, but this is where momentum control really shines, in that you can use grenade launchers in all your slots, even in primary and secondary, always have ammo for them and still be able to one-shot people. Now comes the question of which loadout to use. And the obvious answer to this is just to use grenade launchers in every single slot. But if you don't have Malicious Birthright, which is a Nightfall exclusive drop from the Lake of Shadows, then I would just focus on your secondary for getting these grenade launcher kills, because heavy ammo is kind of hard to come by, and you can always have secondary ammo whenever you spawn. Now, I used Fighting Lion for about 95% of my kills, and Wendigo for the other 5%, but as long as you have a secondary weapon that you're really comfortable with, I would just roll with that and not worry about other things. If you have Fighting Lion, I would recommend that, because if you do get a kill, every time you get a kill with it, it drops primary ammo, so you can always have ammo as long as you're getting kills. The first step is grenade launcher final blows. You're going to need 750 final blows with the grenade launcher. Now, this does seem like a lot, but by the time you get the other 2, this will be completed already, so don't worry about it for now. Now, the last 2 steps of this quest are actually going to be pretty hard, and I urge you to complete them together, and you'll see why in a sec. So the second quest step asks you to get multi-kills. Now, this is just a double kill or a triple kill, and these kills need to both come from grenade launchers. There's a rumor going around on the internet, or maybe on threads you've seen on Reddit or so, that say that you can get the first kill with a scout rifle or anything else, and the second kill with a grenade launcher, and it counts toward it. I tried this multiple times, and I did not get any progress towards this quest, so I would urge you just to do both kills with a grenade launcher and just make it easier. Now here is where the quest step actually doesn't give you a ton of information, because there's a hidden part to this quest step. If you get a double or triple kill in a life, in that same life, all kills with your grenade launcher go towards progress of this quest step. That means if you get a double kill in a life and get 1 more kill with a grenade launcher in that same life, you not only get double kill progress, but you also get a calculated trajectory medal for that 3rd kill, which goes towards your last quest step. This makes completing the 2 quest steps go hand in hand, and you can complete them both very easily. Now, the double kills took me the longest because I didn't actually know of that tip beforehand when I was actually completing it, so it took me a lot longer, and one of the problems that I had was that it was really hard to get a double kill because the Fighting Lion's blast radius is fairly small, so it would be hard to get a double kill unless they were already damaged beforehand. But I found out that if you shoot a Fighting Lion shot, get a kill with it, and immediately fire one right after you reload, you can actually get a double kill in that time as long as you get the second kill quick enough. Now, I was getting annoyed because it felt like it was just luck to get two people just standing close enough together for me to get a double kill with one single shot on my fighting lion. So I started going towards more confined places, and you'll see why, because in the maps that you play on Momentum Control, all the big lines of sights will have 100 people just using Jade Rabbit and scout rifles and sniper rifles to just get one-shot headshots, and you will die so quick. As soon as you come out of cover, you will die. So I'd go to confined places where you can really take advantage of the walls and your bouncing grenades to be able to bounce them off of walls, get kills, and immediately line up your second shot to where people are coming out of their spawn or into a hallway to immediately get that double kill. So when you do get that double kill, be sure to play super safe after that, because that's where you're going to get so much progress towards your double kills, getting those kills in that same life afterwards, and also getting multiple, even 2-3 calculated trajectory medals in one life. Now, I've really been focusing on getting kills with your secondary or your primary grenade launcher, because that's where most of your kills are going to come from. You're always going to spawn with ammo for those weapons, but you're not going to always spawn with heavy ammo, and you're never going to spawn with heavy ammo actually. But when you do pick up heavy ammo, make sure you use it conservatively, because those are going to have much wider blast radius, going to be way easier to get actually double kills with one grenade launcher shot. So make sure when you do pick that up, try to go for kills with your fighting lion and then switch over to your heavy grenade launcher and then clean up kills with that to get easy double kills like that. Now, one more thing before we start talking about Randy's throwing knife. If you are having trouble just getting kills in general with the fighting lion, with those light frame grenade launchers, or Wing's Mom, Malicious Birthright, if you are just having trouble getting kills with those in general and don't really know how to bounce them off walls and release them next to enemies and get kills like that, I would urge you to go into strikes, and if you haven't gotten the Wendigo yet, do that quest. Get really good at using grenade launchers just against PvE enemies, and once you get really good at that, knowing how to strike them, when to release, how to bounce it off walls, the best time to let it go, how to bounce them off of the floor to make them blow up pretty close to you, I would just do that, go into strikes, get really good at that, and then take your skills over to PvP and use that against Guardians. Oh, Randy's throwing knife, it is that time. If you are looking to get this gun because you just love this gun, or you're trying to get the Undying title, which makes you get this gun, here's how. Very easily. So if we look at the quest steps for Randy's throwing knife, there is the glory score that you need to get, and this is actually easier to get than the Recluse or the Mountaintop glory ranks, because you don't actually need to get 2100, which is Fabled. You don't actually need to get rank Fabled to get this. You just need to get 2100 points in general. That means you can get a win, get a loss, and the points towards your win still stay there. You just need to get 2100 total points. It doesn't matter how many losses you get in between that. The other two quest steps required to get Randy's throwing knife include getting 450 final blows with the scout rifle and getting a certain number of medals in the Crucible. Now, if you are going for both of these weapons, the Mountaintop and Randy's throwing knife, I would urge you to get the Mountaintop first, because all your calculated trajectory medals that you need to get towards the Mountaintop actually count as medals to go towards Randy's throwing knife as well. So I don't actually know how long it would take to get this just doing it by itself, because by the time I actually switched over to completing Randy's throwing knife quest after doing the Mountaintop, this quest up was already done for me, so I didn't even have to worry about it. Now, if you do not need Mountaintop and you are just looking to get these medals in some other way, I would recommend doing Cold Fusion medals, which are getting 2 kills with 1 magazine of a fusion rifle. Just bring in a fusion rifle into Momentum Control and just go to town. Now, the 450 scout rifle final blows are actually very easy in this mode. If you bring in a high impact scout rifle like Jade Rabbit, Imperative, anything else that has similar rate of fire and impact will actually one-shot to the head. So just aim for the head and just go to town. Now, if you remember from the Mountaintop section, I said to stay away from these long-range open places. Well, now you're trying to get Randy's throwing knife, so you want to use scout rifles. You want to go into these open, long-range places, sit in the back, wait for people to poke their heads out, and just one-shot them. Make sure you set up a defensive position. You can use rally barricades, you can use a healing rift, just whatever you need, just sit in the back and just make sure you just aim for the head and you will get one shots. And I promise you will get Randy's throwing knife in just a few hours if you do this. Now, if any of these tips at all helped you get Mountaintop, to help you get Randy's throwing knife, I would appreciate you doing all the normal YouTube stuff, liking, subscribe, commenting, but also checking out my Twitch stream. I stream Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and sometimes bonus streams on other days. I stream about 6 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday and Thursday, and Friday in my bonus streams, I stream about 2 p.m. Eastern. And if it's other times, you can hit the follow button on Twitch and you will get notified when I am live. So you can check me out then. I stream Destiny, I stream raids, Sherpas, anything else I'm doing at the time, any new content. It's always a good time over there. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.